Welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
There it is. Hi, everybody. Woo! Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Thanks for watching. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. Please switch over to the YouTube feed if you'd like to comment and say hi to us. We hope you do because we like talking to you guys. But that's where we keep tabs on the comments, is on the YouTube page. So please join us there, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yes, you heard him.
Mash the button, smash the button.
Smash.
See, I don't know. I get caught up with my slang because doesn't smash mean have sex with?
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's like whenever like talking about maps comes up.
Maps?
Maps. It's a map. I always say I'm a cartophile, which means I fuck maps. I'm gonna lean into the uncomfortableness right now.
It's usually not this quick that I stop understanding what you're talking about.
Well, it's
Usually takes a little time.
maybe it's because I'm jumping the gun because Laura Patton may be calling in.
Oh, you're all excited and nervous.
So it might be that
I get it.
my brain was put into a gear.
What is she calling in for?
I have no clue.
Oh, she just wants to say hi? It's cool. I have no problem with her
I
calling. I'm
imagine
glad she
she's
is.
got an idea, and I'm hoping that by not reaching out and explaining it, that I'll be able to either latch on or she's promoting something. Or
Well, she's hosting tonight at McGuire's.
Oh, kick ass.
And then she's hosting tomorrow night here at Governor's.
I was hoping she'd be McGuire's again.
No.
Because Saturdays are more likely because I have a show on Saturday.
Yes, you do.
So check my social media.
Right.
But anyway.
But yeah, Laura Patton hosting tonight at McGuire's for Eric Haft.
Yeah.
And then her and Eric Haft are here tomorrow.
Oh, kick ass.
Tonight, Bob Nelson will be here at Governor's. Still giving away 2 passes if anybody wants to go see him. I think I'm coming, to see it.
Ooh. I would. I legit would, except it is Charlotte's birthday today.
Yes, happy birthday to Charlotte.
I'm not going to be able to get here in time to be able to go to a show because I'm not just going to, I'm going to go see Bob Nelson.
Happy birthday, honey. Bye.
Happy significant birthday.
Right.
To everybody, it's the oldest they've ever been on their birthday. Every day is the oldest they've ever been.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we've picked an arbitrary position relative to the sun to celebrate getting older on. But
what are you guys? How are you guys celebrating?
So we got her a phone. It was free. It's not like I paid a tremendous amount of money.
The phone was free?
Yeah, well, I also have a business account, so my 12-year-old employee needs a phone.
Nice. Child labor.
Fucking A. Well, more fraud on my part. And then my parents are coming over. Becca is making rouladen.
Wow.
Are you familiar with what rouladen is?
Of course not.
Okay, so it's basically, you know what chicken cordon bleu or chicken Kiev is?
Sure.
Well, now this rouladen is a German version of those, but with meat. And what happens is bacon
It's bacon,
dude. And they're legit, and those are the ones that Charlotte's like, could you make more bacon ones? So they're rouladen means rolled or something like that.
Okay.
And so the bacon is inside the meat, and it's got like a toothpick to keep it closed. But there's also ones that have pickles, like small pickles and carrot. It is so freaking good. You
Really?
would hate it all.
I like meat. I like carrots.
Pickles?
No.
I mean, you could make them in any which way you want, But Becca's making
burger
that
form.
Fudgy the Whale.
Fudgy the Whale.
Fudgy the Whale. And I can't remember any of the other commercials right now, but yeah. So that, and then I'm sure we're just gonna chill out, Max, and relax.
Chill out, Max, and relax. That's cool. Well, happy birthday, Charlotte.
Yes. Carolata.
Mickey Delaney's watching. John Rusiello. Carol says, my favorite guys. Nice. That gave me chubby. Jerry Lane just said he shared herpes to Twix. Or to Twitter, X.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nice shirts. You guys look like toothpaste.
Dude, I'm wearing my No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
That's a
fucking
much
single.
better shirt than what I'm wearing. Toothpaste.
I've been ripping that off from Real Genius for so many years now.
It's when
I've
Kent
seen other goes
pictures.
into the
Yeah.
into
I'm saying
professor's house.
right. But no, I've seen other pictures of you doing that as well.
Yes. Yeah. No,
In fact, I think
I've
I've used them for promotion of the show. And speaking of which,
I saw.
so yeah, I loved it. So
Where'd you get that picture of me?
that's,
I didn't think anybody was taking a picture when I.
That's the thing. That guy does look like you a lot.
Yeah.
So it's actually a video that I just took screenshots of. It was on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. And,
Failing.
Yeah.
That's what I'd call it.
It was actually the link to see this video was sent to me with the note that said, "When did Plagainos get so jacked?"
Oh, who sent it to you?
Mark Hirschman.
What? I feel like Mark doesn't know who the fuck I am.
Well, apparently you're wrong about that.
I mean, we talked for a minute at Tony Land. We sat at the same table while we were eating and talked at Tony Landolfi's barbecue. But
Let me. I want to zoom in on. I mean, really, I mean, you're obviously not as healthy as this guy, but look at that. I mean,
Man, I
that
wish
could
I
be
did look
mistaken
like
for
that.
you. That face could really be
thank
mistaken
you for
for
feeding into my body dysmorphia. Now I'm going to feel like I need to try to attain that. I did go through a period of working out very heavily.
Oh, yeah?
For a prolonged period of time.
While you're in the service?
Yeah, that's when it started. I mean, I played football and whatnot, and when hanging out, like when you have football friends, going over to my buddy's house, he had a squat rack in his basement. So we would go over there, but I would sit at his dad's desk and play Wolfenstein, smoking cigarettes because I was allowed to smoke at that house. And they'd be like, oh, like I'd be like killing Nazis, right? And my buddies would be like, "Hey, Plagainos, could you go over here? Come over here, give us a spot." And be like, "Hold on, I'm about to kill the main German." Like stuff like that. But yeah, so working out has always been kind of around, except for the last several years. But my wife always says like she'll look at an old picture of me and be like, "I got the fucking old Andy."
And then you say to her, "I'm going to kill the mean German,m," but it has a totally different meaning.
You're right, yeah. Because that is what I call my penis, or at least orgasming. And all the other stuff is fallen aside, you know.
Yes.
It's the scaffolding. But she'll be like, "Oh, like your ex got the hot Andy."
Wow.
I do have, and it's funny because that's that joke, and Laura fucking totally jumped me on it, being like, "Who's gonna care? Women don't go home and masturbate to." I'm like, I don't know, If women are anything like men, there's a spank bank, especially back then. There's got to be, and I would like to know. But she was like, that's not how. But no, I showed her the one picture of me in high school, but there's another picture of me when I was in Thailand, where I bought shorts that are Muay Thai kickboxing shorts. Like if you were to watch a match, you'd be like, "Oh, those are Andy has the same pair of shorts as that." And I was at the peak of my working out. I was 22, and I'm kind of doing like I'm posing like I'm a badass Muay Thai kickboxer, and that's always the one that she's like, why can't you look like this?
So she's picturing that when you guys are doing it.
Well, she's probably picturing somebody else at this point.
Well, yeah, what's worse, picturing somebody else or picturing you from 25 years ago?
I don't care. Right? Like I don't know why anybody would be offended by like, "Oh, no, but you know what, but my penis is inside right now."
Well, you mentioned her, and so she must have felt it, because there she is. And she says, "You are reaching, Andy."
See, and that's such bullshit, Laura. I got to show you this other picture so that you could bring it on a podcast and secure lesbians who would never, ever hook up with me can say how hot I look.
But see, I don't. I'm missing. I'm missing your agenda here. Like, why are you
Because I'm
showing?
vain. Because
but you're
I
showing
don't get the attention anymore.
So you're good with the attention of how good you used to look.
No, I only did that to prove that there may be women who.
No, I understand that.
So it's more. It's used as proof. It's not used as like.
But you just said a second ago. You want to show her another picture to just enhance that point some
correct,
more.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Because I was 16 in that picture that I showed her, and that they did on a podcast. Kathy Arnold and Emily Santos's podcast. They thankfully didn't show the picture.
Well, yeah, she said Emily found you cute.
Emily found me cute, but it was Kathy who was like, "Oh, I would have totally gone for this back then."
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Girl, like,"
Yeah.
And see, that's the missed stuff, but whatever.
Wow. I got a text from Kathy the other day out of nowhere. All capital letters. Tony, put me on your podcast.
Did you say yes?
Of course I did. And I've asked her many times. I've known Kathy, it's got to be 15, 20 years. I knew her before I got involved here. And so once I got involved here and saw that she played the clubs once in a while, I was like, Kathy, you got to come in. But she works a lot during the day. She has other things going on. We've just never been able to make it work. So it was weird. It was like out of nowhere. So I said, okay, Kathy, anytime. And she's like, well, when's the show? And I wanted to say, thanks a lot for...
Right.
I know when your show is on Tuesday nights, that you're on at the same time as Keegan.
Well, this is every Monday night at the mic if I bring up the podcast. It doesn't happen every week, but I'll bring up the podcast and they're like, oh, when is on it? And I'm like, oh, thanks for fucking not ever fucking watching it. So obviously you don't know.
Right.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so wait a minute. Let me go back with comments here.
Hey, John, I know you probably know a lot of gay dudes with the clubs you're part of, but I am for that. Like, gay dudes, if I'm hot to gay dudes, I am super hot.
Oh, every guy I know thinks you're hot, Andy. John, do you know a lot of gay men? And he said that. He also said that guy in the picture is definitely not Andy because that guy was clean shaven. I have the same type of crappy coffee cup. All right. Laura Patton, once a sentence starts, once I was in Thailand, came over, no lady rubbing her bits on a scratching post with your picture in their mind. Where did, I thought there was another comment from Friender. He must have gotten rid of it. I saw Kathy's prom date. What is it? Don't take your foot off the gas pedal, Tony. Why did she say that?
Because she felt like you were doing a good job of cornering me in the why would you show this other picture kind of thing. But, hey, it gets laughs.
Which is the bottom line.
I just say last night I ended up just telling like kind of funnier stories, and I think I'm definitely going in the right direction of changing my act around.
Oh, interesting.
And that kind of.
I'm curious to see that.
It's there's two stories because, of course, at every open mic there's typically at least one subject that starts to become like a through line, and usually it's by accident. Like the first two comics will both reference something, and then the third comic or the host will come up and be like, "Okay, well, I guess this whole mic is about." And last night was foreskin.
Oh,
because Jack Adam was there. Jack Adam did his foreskin joke, which is hilarious. Then Freddie T, the host, talked about his foreskin, and so I shared a foreskin story myself.
I remember the night I went up for the first time at the brokerage, which you were nice enough to come to, and I remember every single guy that was up because I think I was like 13 or 14 because I was last, and I'm like, oh, it was a long night. But every single guy was talking about porn.
Yeah.
Like, oh my! And I remember texting with you and Shevlin, whoever else was there, like, enough already with the porn. Like, oh my god,
dude,
that was brutal.
See, if you were to go to open mics regularly, you would see, like, it is amazing how obsessed most male comedians are with their penises and porn.
Well, somebody's got to be, I guess. Nice picture. You look like a firefighter that works at a gay strip club. Laura, I will get her in. She's talking about Kathy.
Does someone need a fireman?
Where's the fire? We need to promote their show in March with Irene Bremis. Oh, okay. The week before was the Coke Whores. What is she talking about?
Probably the See You Next Tuesday.
Oh. Irene Bremis. That's a good show. She's great, Irene Bremis. Cool. And you can go see Laura Patton. I think I already mentioned it, but tonight at McGuire's, tomorrow night here. She's hosting.
I think
for
that was
Eric
before we started.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go. So you're hearing it now. Go see Laura Patton tonight at McGuire's or tomorrow night here at Governor's in Levittown. Bob. Oh, I did. I think it was on the air because then I mentioned Bob Nelson. Still trying to give away tickets to see him tonight. If anybody wants to come see him, I think me and Lisa are coming to see him. And Eric Haft is fantastic. Brian McKenna is playing McGuire's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm more likely to show up on Saturday night.
Jason Scoop, who is playing the Giggle Room tomorrow. He was on Donversations a couple weeks ago. He's great. Cool. And then Ronan Hirschberg is playing McGuire's. Playing Brokerage. Yeah. Laura, why aren't you here?
Right.
She just texted me something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's private, so I don't know if I should read it or not.
I think she's probably going to give you a tactic to fucking try to corner me.
Oh,
That's my guess.
No, it has nothing to do with you.
I am a narcissist, so everything all roads lead to Andy.
She's working, and she looks very sad.
Hey, pretty girl. That's a pretty shot, actually.
Oh, well, aren't they all?
You have sexy accountant going on there.
Yeah, now you're talking. Wow. 3 computer screens. Although one of them just desktop.
That's hot that you can handle 3 at the same time.
Well, we knew that about her already. Sorry. I felt bad even saying that.
Yeah, but to see it an action shot.
True.
It's different.
Eric, what?
Eric and I.
Eric and I.
Yeah, if you're gonna finish a sentence with a capital I, don't put exclamation points because Tony doesn't see.
No, I see just fine.
Like
I'm just stupid. I don't know what it means.
I wouldn't call you stupid. I would just call you old. Like, thank you.
You're right though. I did initially thought it was just Eric and.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Eric. I've been catching so much shit this week. When my brother came in the other day, and he put in the comments, "Open up, I'm here."
Right.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
I saw that.
So many people have been like, "How did you not know what that meant?" I'm like, I really didn't know. Like, how do you? I read it. I'm like, immediately, I knew he was at the door.
Dude, I was like, how could he not know this? But then I was like, oh right, this is Tony.
Well, it goes back to saying that I'm stupid.
It's the I'm like, thank God Bobby was here on Tuesday. Was that
Bobby was here Monday,
and I mean, again, I was in and out, but he did a good job of deciphering what everything was in reference to.
Yes, he did.
See, I've stopped. I've held back I bet you this is.
It is.
DJ D-Lo.
Should we make her wait a minute?
No.
Okay. Andy's too excited. No. Get Laura. Look at you handling those 3 screens.
Yeah.
Look at me. I know. I miss you guys.
And
I don't know what was exciting going on.
We miss you as well. So
I know.
But that's great that you're working.
Yeah.
It's tempting. So I'm doing tax returns and stuff. But I'm going to come in. I have a club of women that beat off to Andy. So I'm going to bring them in.
Sweet.
Does that club include Marla?
No. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Yeah. Marla grinded out last night to Andy. My bad.
Sweet. That satisfies a very long period of time.
Wow, I
think
you lost
do love that
concentration.
Andy wants to show his 1988 Dan Cortez Club MTV picture and
91 lady.
Off to it.
There's 3 years between those, the date you gave and when that happened.
That's great.
I demand respect.
Now, Laura, am I going to break the news to Andy that you were with Don Sill last night?
Yes, I love Don Sill too.
I love Don Sill too, so that's just more for the spank bank.
Well, Don
Yours,
was
Yes.
Don was at the Rico Pizza Laughter Saves Lives taking footage.
Oh,
That
well,
Comedy Central
show
right there.
shows.
fuck yeah. Center of the
And
universe.
I met the Orthodox guy when I went to shake his hand, and I forgot I can't touch. So
What
my,
Orthodox
my
guy?
bad.
Oh, who? What?
Shlomo, there's like a new comic, and he's the full Hasidim wearing the full gear.
Oh wow, where's he from?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this.
Oh, he's I don't know if he's a Rich Walker graduate. Find out.
Oh,
He's got the full the young hot wife with the red hair, and he's all looks like he needs a bath, but in full
Right.
gear.
you know what? Before he took that class, he was like a Christian fundamentalist, and they just told him
I
to
heard-
lean into
I
that
heard.
character.
He's in the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Would you like a copy of the Watchtower?
Yeah, no, and it was fine. So it was less. It was quite long. I don't know if Don gave you back a quite long.
Yeah, you have Jeff Goldberg, Les Deegan, Roseanne, and Bridget. A whole.
Allison, a guy, Ed, a guy, the Orthodox guy, which I don't mean to call him the Orthodox guy, but
Hey,
Rich Walker.
Right, Rich headlined or did John headline?
Rich. John does the
Hosting.
I'm going to headline, I'm going to talk, I'm going to host. No,
Right.
forget it. He did that on Saturday. Saturday was a great show. Saturday it was John, Eric, Rich, and then this guy who yells a lot, some custodian who's got issues, Eddie
I don't know.
Vallejo. Do you know him?
No. The
yells.
name's
He's a yeller.
familiar now that you gave his last name, but no.
He yells a lot. And he wears a shirt that says he's got issues, so that's his thing. He's like, I got issues. Oh! It's like very Vic.
Well, then it doesn't sound like he screams as much as Bam the Savage. You got to see Bam the Savage.
No,
That's right. I forgot.
I don't know the Savage.
Do you remember?
But,
He was the one who was like, like he was at the mic, and he was like actually screaming.
Oh,
at
that
something.
guy. Yeah, the guy, which was a great mic, by the way. I mean, I wish I didn't have to go to Narnia, but Michelle and I were going to come last week, and I just got stuck here at work.
Well,
It's
then you
tax
missed
season.
Roach's girl's son, 7-year-old, going up and roasting Roach and us.
Oh, I'm
He
sure it was
murdered.
great.
He absolutely murdered this 7-year-old. We were all so angry at him.
Oh, I love a shit-talking kid. Shit-talking kids is like the greatest.
And it was just all like, I'm gonna go home and go to bed, but at least I have people that love me, like stuff like that, like at us. And it was like, you little piece of shit, like nobody can say shit, because then they did leave like right after, because the depravity that was coming.
Yeah, no. And then Billy was probably going to go full at the kid.
Well,
Yeah,
he didn't, and it was funny because Roach was like, right before Billy started the mic, he goes, "Hey, Bill, you do whatever you want. The orgy and balls, that's fine. We'll talk about that." So Billy's like, okay."
If you insist.
And so he did like a pretty clean, but not all, like it was edgy, but yeah.
Well, there were a couple of people that stumbled into Rico's last night that did not know it was going to be that kind of show. So I don't think they needed to hear about Allison Persky's regrets for having children, that she should have had anal. That was a lot for an 8-year-old with a baseball team, a post-basketball pizza night. That was a lot to hear.
Right.
Oh my goodness! Wow. But they can see you this weekend. If they want to go to McGuire's tonight or to the club in Levittown here tomorrow.
Yes, beyond. I'm so proud of Eric. This would be like my 4th week in a row that Eric and I work together.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And he just is so funny, and I love the Italian food stuff and the daughter stuff. And I
The
think
daughter
it's a
stuff is
compliment for
killer.
my
Yeah.
son stuff. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Eric's great. So
yes.
I don't know how that works. I just found out. Like, I wish there would have been more news to promote. I don't know if somebody, whatever. Again, I'm always like, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I'm available.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
So, I was originally going to do a spot. I guess there's a private show tonight in a giggle, but it worked out. But then they said I can go back to back with Eric. So because I'm in Woodbury. That's where I'm working in Woodbury.
Cool.
Oh, you mean right now? That's where you are, Woodbury?
Yeah.
Now, do they get the people in this office? Do they get any funny Laura Patton, or is this like serious?
Yes. So Barry, the managing partner, every day we trade jokes, but his are a little very Borscht Belt.
There was a pause there between
but
trading and jokes. I didn't know what she was trading at first. Like,
Slaves.
No. We trade in jokes at lunchtime. They're very nice. They really are very nice. I sit, I do my work, I'm very heads down. That's why this is like my first personal call since I've been here.
My favorite part is that you have continued to work. We can hear it.
Oh, I thought you were laughing when she said heads
I'm
down.
tapping away. Yeah.
Well, there was that. There was a bit of that, but it was more of like it was almost at the level of like when people play like a tapping sound effect in the back, like I'm working.
I'm legit working. Yeah, I'm king and a doctor from Florida's tax return right now, a personal return.
Nice. Yeah, and
that's what I do.
You know,
well, I don't
you wouldn't want to pay any kind of fucking attention to us. I get it.
Not weigh in, so.
Well,
and my comments are usually in real time, so I know your audience likes to see us together, so I will
we need smart people like you to make it, make it all make sense.
Laura, you have to come here.
Well, I should be saying Laura has to come here because you're dragging Butera in with you next week.
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah, I just invited him.
Next Friday on this show, John Butera's coming in.
Yeah. So
the role of Laura Patton will be played by John Butera.
No.
You just ruined every fantasy of Andy's.
No.
Well, actually, maybe not. Or enhance it. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I've been there, done that. Yeah,
Who's coming in? You, John Butera, and the Thai boy wearing those shorts that you keep talking about, Andy?
Dude, that would be so great. I should hire a twink to just like stand next to him for the entire show next week.
What's a twink?
You don't know a twink?
No, I've never heard of that.
Get on Grindr. Go on Andy's Grindr and look up the twink category.
I'm more of a bear guy, but I don't want to fuck up my algorithm.
What?
No, I'm not. I think I would go for
Roach
twinks.
would be a bear. Roach
is totally a bear. Yeah,
Roach
Billy's a bear. I think I would be a cub.
Again, you think you're younger. You fall into a bear.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you're
I wasn't thinking that at all.
You've been promoted to bear, Andy. Stop it. Cut the shit.
Got my bear stripes.
Got my bear. There's a whole. So a twink is a young boy who's usually slender, clean cut.
I've never heard that
like
word.
Young, like 18, 19.
Like Andy
Tom
Pacino's
McGuire. Tom McGuire would be Tom McGuire would fall into a twink.
Tom
McGuire's too muscular to be a twink.
Well, Nick Mahoney might fall into a twink.
Yeah, he's dangerously close. Crovella is close to twinkness.
Crovella, I think, is a hair too thin almost to twink. He's too tall for twink.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, he's almost unhealthy looking.
See, we always Jason Pellini. We always say is a twink. That's usually our go-to twink out in Suffolk.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of twinks in the kind of community.
Yeah.
Health is not, keeping yourself fit and clean is not a big.
See, and I don't know if you know Chris Trotta, and Trotta might be a little too old to be a twink.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the guide. I'm going to send you the guide for the categories, Tony, so then you'll be able to break down.
Dan LaRocco?
No.
He might have aged out, but
He's
young
aged
Dan
out.
LaRocco, definitely.
What? How young does it? Isn't Dan only like 23 or something?
No.
No.
Dan's like in his
Stop
late
it.
20s at this point.
That's what Dan's profile, like the Tinder profile, likes to say. But
his grinder's
I
got
think
his real
Dan
age.
is 28-ish, right?
Yeah.
Is he that old? Really?
I do believe it's been a few years now.
Wow.
He's been around.
All right.
So he's not hot anymore.
No, he's very hot. He's very good looking in the glasses, and he's clean cut, and the snarkiness. I do like the snark.
The snark.
There's something in snark, but when people don't get it right, it's not good.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if you become more snarky and just like hostile, it's not good.
Yeah, and it's funny because you've already mentioned somebody's name who would fall into that. But anyway,
I digress. So I will let you guys go back to killing it for all 9 of you listeners. And
oh wow, you are looking at it, and 2 of them are us. So, and you're watching.
I was going to say she's the third.
So there's 6, and then are you on there?
No.
Okay, so 6. There's 6 people.
You
Yeah.
know, because I have so many good stories to say. We went Friday. We went to, we had a road trip, me, Teddy, Keegan, and Carla.
A little swingers action.
No, none of that. But it was quite a night. It was a good time. The red wine caught someone, and we'll just leave it at that. I'll
Oh,
say that
boy.
when I come in.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Very
Someone
nice.
got red wine. We think someone slipped someone a roofie.
Nice.
Kick ass.
So you can guess of the 4 of us who it was.
Yeah, poor Teddy.
Yeah. I know his ass was bleeding the next day.
All right, well, you have fun working those numbers.
Yeah.
I will. So then I'll go from Woodbury to Bohemia tonight.
Sweet.
Very
Go
nice.
come for the mozzarella sticks. Stay for the giggles. That's my motto. I'm going to get a T-shirt.
Nice. You step up the merch game.
No, I miss you guys. I know
Likewise.
if you do any not during 9 to 5, I'm very available.
Well, yeah, you're welcome anytime. You know that.
Yeah, no, and it was good. I worked all last weekend, and then
Nice.
Sunday I saw Jessica Kershaw. I went to both her shows, the Working It Out room, and I dragged Kathy out of bed. And so I got a lot of fun stories to tell you guys.
Dude, this is like the worst OCD hanging up thing I've been a part of for a long time.
Me? Okay, I'll do it like my husband says. All right, bye.
Peace.
All right, I'm trying to get Dan LaRocco on the phone. I want to know how old he is. Thanks for calling, Laura Patton. Go see her at McGuire's tonight or at Governor's tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish it was McGuire's tomorrow night because I'm more apt to be able to hit it.
I thought I had Dan LaRocco's phone number, but I don't, so I'm calling him on Instagram.
I hate because for a long time we didn't have each other's numbers. We would
Yes, which was weird to me.
anytime we talked on the phone, it was through Messenger.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
surprised.
Rusiello thinks that I should have a sex podcast show, except I'm an ugly dude who nobody's gonna want to watch talk about sex.
Yeah, John, what makes you think Andy should have a show like that? Of
Like,
all people. Laura should have a show like that.
Yeah, I think Laura would probably. I think Laura and I should have an advice show. We've been talking lately like how we need to do some stuff.
Can
and
we do that?
I think an advice show would be fucking fantastic. I haven't even told her that's something that popped into my head.
But it has to be in here. Because Laura, when she was trying
I don't know. Strong Island has been real.
Laura, no, it was worse than that. Laura was going to do her thing with Marla and Roach in the city.
Right.
I was like, what the?
Yeah. No, we could have like guests who have issues that they want.
Guests, call in.
Yeah.
You could just, email in advance. We
The
can
whole
just
9 yards.
do an advice show. I would love that.
But we would have to have sort of. I would want to screen the phone calls.
Well, yeah, but you're on the air. How would you do that?
Well, I think somebody would have to screen the phone calls.
So you're going to get an intern? Like, I would have to have somebody screen my call.
Well, no, just because like I don't like to get a call that it's I mean, it's good for like content for here, but I wouldn't want it in a podcast of like, are you the homeowner? Like those robocalls and whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want any kind of part of.
It's good in here for your cute little show.
No. It works. I'm not talented enough.
I could
that sort of thing.
Is there still? You know what? I could screen the calls. We used to screen. Yeah, I could do that. We used to screen Rodia's calls when Rodia was in here.
Oh yeah.
We used to screen his calls before.
Okay, well, if we're down this road, then I would like my own chair. Like a special $150 chair.
Well, you can have that. That one is yours now.
That no one else is allowed to sit in ever.
Oh, that's right. We used to have to move them out of here. That's right.
Actually physically move them out. Hilarious.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we used to have to move them out of here. We would only have those chairs in here on Tuesdays when he was here.
Carol, an advice show and everyone is microdosing. How about macrodosing? I think macrodosing would probably be the way to go. Who do we have here? Oh, I've left these on. My ears are all sweaty. Hey.
Wow. So you're calling? Wait a minute. Whoops. So you're calling this line and not my cell phone?
Because I never had this line. You put it up yesterday.
Oh.
I don't like calling your cell phone because that's kind of private.
Oh,
but
that's all
now
right.
I can call the show. But speaking about, I said Andy should have a sex podcast. Andy could be Ron Jeremy's son. I mean, that's how ugly they
couldn't
are.
any of us be at this point?
I'm sorry?
Couldn't any of us be his son at this point with all the fucking he did?
No. You resemble Ron Jeremy, which I happen.
ugly guy.
I had the pleasure of his company years ago.
Oh, neat.
When I was working on 42nd Street.
Oh my
he was
God,
doing
this is
those,
not getting. None
sex
of this
theaters.
is getting better. Like the
No,
more
no,
details
no,
you
no,
add
no,
to it.
no,
It's
no,
working
no,
42nd
no.
Street.
So when you say he looks like Ron Jeremy, you're talking about his face because it's definitely not other features.
Yeah, no, I never
Tony,
seen
you
his other
told-
features. I would love to see his other features.
Listen, it's
I mean, he
horseshit.
talks
Tony-
about his penis. He talks about his penis like he's his best friend, you know. And
It's not. That's why I'm trying to beat the shit out of it. I'm bullying. I bully my penis. If
Well,
anything,
yeah, John, isn't your penis your best friend?
No.
Oh.
No. My penis has got me in so much trouble throughout the years. It's cost me fortunes.
I just want to add that Tony told me it was a good size.
John's
Wait,
penis
t-
or yours?
No, mine.
My penis or your
Mine
penis?
Well, I don't know what you two have done together, but he told me it was.
I never met we've never met personally.
That's correct.
Both of you. I would love. Listen, I'm trying to talk my wife into a medical bus. They have a medical bus. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but I'm not blowing smoke. I'm dead serious.
No, I believe you.
How is smoke?
It's an RV where people from Florida that are ready to die, they want to go back to the Bronx where they were born, or Brooklyn they were born, and they get transported by medical bus. There's a nurse. There's all kinds of medical facilities, and I'm trying to get my wife to do that, and I want to so I could stay with my Kaplan to infect his house.
Nice.
Okay, but unfortunately, she won't go for the bucks.
The yeah,
I go on your show.
That must be a long ride.
I believe it's 23 hours.
Where are you in Florida?
I'm in Boynton Beach, Florida.
Oh, I'm familiar. I lived in Lauderdale by the sea.
You were rich.
Well, no, my grandmother owned a small apartment building right at the corner of Commercial and A1A.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I'm in Boynton Beach. I don't like to brag, but I'm on A1A in Boynton Beach.
Nice.
Everybody says, "Oh, you got a house on A1A. You must be rich."
Well,
I just got lucky.
In Lauderdale by the Sea, where my grandmother was, there's actually a street called Delmar Boulevard, which goes behind A1A. That's right at the water, because there's a pier there that people like to fish off of.
Right, I'm familiar. I'm only down here 3 years, but I'm familiar with Lauderdale. I've been coming down to Florida since I was a kid. My mother and father used to take me to the Fontainebleau Hotel when Jackie Gleason had his show many years ago.
Oh, wow.
My father and Jackie Gleason were great friends.
Your father?
Yes, my father was never in the entertainment business. He was actually my father was a butcher, but Jackie Gleason years and years and years ago started out as a butcher. Very few people know that when he was a kid. He was homeless. And he started, and my father kind of befriended him, and they became friends for years and years ago.
I actually did a biography on Jackie Gleason when I was in 6th grade, and one of the quotes that I loved from him is, "The quickest way to end a fight in a pool hall is to start throwing the balls."
That's funny.
I was very young, but he was quite a man. My father said he was quite a man. He was just a very great guy. Yeah. And I never went to the show. I was always they taped a live show in those days in the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach.
Right.
So I only went to a couple.
Well, my father at Camp Wampasset in Connecticut, they called him the next Art Carney.
Oh, okay.
Which Camp Wampasset is just this summer camp that my dad went to. That every story ended with how great he was, but. Yeah, Art Carney.
Jackie Gleason's birthday was just a few days ago.
Yeah.
That's right. And by the way, yes, not to interrupt you guys on your show.
No, it's fine.
But yesterday, when Mike Kaplan said he has a dear friend that was friends with Joe Franklin, and that was me.
Okay,
Joe
thanks.
Franklin and I. Let me tell you something about Joe Franklin. He was one of the greatest Americans I ever met in his life. We used to go up. My partner and I used to go up to his office. He had an office on 43rd Street, and it was like he was a hoarder. You couldn't get into his office. He had paraphernalia and literature from the 40s.
Wow.
And he was really a great man. And people don't know, because he had a late night show, but he was one of the greatest.
Well, and the best
God rest his
reference
soul.
ever of Joe Franklin is when Sarah Silverman said on the Aristocrats movie that Joe Franklin raped her.
Yeah, well.
The why do you think Kaplan refused to name you?
Because Kaplan is a dear friend, and he always asks my permission if he wants to put stuff in my name out there. All right, that's Mike Kaplan is a perfect gentleman I know, and that's a true friend.
Nice.
It really I respect him for that. But that's my 15 minutes from fame. All right, knowing Joe Franklin, having dinner with Joe Franklin, going to Sardi's with Joe Franklin.
Oh wow!
All right, he was really a great man.
Cool.
Yeah, I miss him.
Stories like
Guys, have a great show. Andy, do me a favor. Shave. Just once for me, shave.
Dude,
Andy,
I'd spent 8
please.
years in the Air Force. I shave for no man anymore.
I spent 32 years in the police department. What do you know? I mean,
I saw Serpico.
and I saw
Serpico
and I was
with
undercover.
the facial hair.
And I was undercover. I didn't have a beard. I had an earring, but I didn't have a beard.
Oh, you had an earring? Was it in the left ear? Had to be back then, right?
I can't tell you. I can't tell
It
you.
absolutely had
Well,
to be.
get that bus, John, and tell your missus, that you guys will be on this show, and you'll stay at Mike's and hang out with his new girlfriend.
Hell smells.
Yeah, I understand she's a lovely girl too.
That's the Mike.
Talk to you later, guys.
All
Love
right,
you.
see you,
man.
John.
Bye-bye.
Peace. John Rusiello checking in. Frank Walker says, "Do you know who where'd it go? Do you know who Jackie Gleason's grandson is?"
Brendan Gleeson. But anyway, no, that's not. It's an Irish actor. But Carol brings up the Gold Ocean Mile. That's right. It's got its own name. I sent Andy pictures. She said there's a restaurant right at the pier called Aruba's, and that she took a picture of when she was down in that area. It was very nice to see the old neighborhood. So, Jason Patrick. Look at Carol. That should have been too bad. You just lost a good trivia question that Carol could have killed on.
Really, Jason Patrick is his grandson? I had no idea.
I have to say, I don't really care, but it's an interesting factoid. I mean, I'll never lose that.
Carol is offended. You definitely do not look like Ron Jeremy.
Yes.
Jerry Lehane says Ron Jeremy is a little troll hunchback.
Well, that's more of a back into my direction.
A buddy of mine knew Ron Jeremy and said, yeah, he said the guy smelled beyond belief. So yeah, he had bad BO. Yeah, that's what he used to tell me about him.
Gross.
And no, it was not Mike Kaplan or John Rusiello.
Hey, you're not supposed to give away that kind of information.
Exactly, because I'm a
You didn't clear
gentleman.
it first.
But I totally lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. And
It's
I
Free
lost it.
Association Friday.
Oh, Ron Jeremy. I can't believe that guy's in jail. Like, all the sex he was getting paid to have, and then he goes to jail for...
I see the zit now.
Oh, it's bad,
I
right?
really
Yeah.
notice it, yeah.
It's bad. I don't know what is going on there.
You didn't need that kind of...
Oh,
like addition.
I didn't think it could get any worse. But, yeah, so there's
the universe proving us wrong.
And now there's another one
You
developing.
better get
up
that
here
checked
somewhere.
out.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes those can be like...
Skin cancer?
It might be a cyst.
Oh.
Like, and the fact that it's
You don't
not
think it's
really
just a pimple?
peaking, if you're having more than one, something's up.
Oh. All right, so long, everybody. Yeah, do you see it? There's one up here somewhere.
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
I see. You can stop.
I'm actually trying to feel for it myself now. Oh, is that it?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it.
And if they're not like coming to a head kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like forming into... Well, there's a little whiteness. Like
There's a little bit, but
like
it's having a
white.
hard time breaking
Yes,
through.
it is.
And
It is.
so you don't want that sort of... Especially I mean, you can't lose anymore.
I was just about to ask that. So lost a leg. Will I lose a cheek, or do they take the whole head?
Oh God, you would look like one of those people from like the anti-smoking commercials. I'm Tony Walker.
Put the thing here. I'm Tony Walker.
I ain't Tony Walker.
I never smoked, but look what happened to me anyway.
Make sure that you text your kids in the morning. You may never text them again.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're scaring me.
Good.
Did you hear? Speaking of which, that there was a girl walking in Babylon, a town called Babylon, which is about maybe 20 minutes south of here, in Suffolk County.
A young lady walking. Please tell me more.
She stumbled upon an arm.
Oh, I heard this. An arm and a leg. They were found.
She called the police. They brought the dogs.
Cadaver sniffers.
And then the dog found the leg. And then I think they found...
the dog won that one because legs are bigger than arms.
Exactly.
Good job, dog.
But then I think they
fuck
found...
young girls. I don't mean the dog should fuck young girls.
I think they found another arm, I think, later on.
Oh, really?
And then a couple weeks ago in Manhattan at Penn Station, they found a leg on the tracks.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, people are fucking awesome.
But I'm actually mad. Like, how do I get on the list? I want to get one.
Right.
Like, can't they do that? Can't they just clean it up and give it to an
It'd be great if I found a leg where my leg used to be.
Exactly. If assist, probably just hardened from ignored. All right. How long do we have to talk about Tony's zits? I almost said tits. Tony's tits. Send my number. I want to call in. Oh, all right. You know what? I'll put the number up again. I think we did that yesterday, and nobody called.
I saw that, and I know I need to give my ears some breathing space.
All right, there you go. There's the number right here. 516-465-3990. You want to... Ow. If you want to call in and talk about my zit. Yeah.
Well, that line's not up there.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, the
red line.
Social media? Oh, the red line. Oh, yeah, that red line's
not there.
And the social media thing isn't there, but you can see it there. Riveting.
Keeping me awake.
Riveting stuff.
This is like when I put on like history documentaries to go to sleep.
Are you going to lecture me and tell me I should go to the... Oh, no. Oh, the arm was found right by your house.
Yeah. So you've been to my house. When you get to the end of my house,
only when your husband's not there.
He's there.
It seems like it's always
he
when
likes
he's
to
not
watch.
here.
Yeah.
He what? What'd you say?
It's always when he's not here.
Oh.
When you come, when you're heading out my block,
Yes.
you can go straight across Deer Park Avenue.
Yes.
Straight across Deer Park Avenue, that's the block it was found on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is close.
And it was like down at the end of that block, just kind of residential block. They keep saying it was found in the park. It was just kind of like, it was almost like someone threw it out of a car. And it landed on the outskirts of the park right there in the residential street. A high school girl walking to school found it.
Wow.
Good for her.
Now, yeah, I know. Made her morning. She didn't have to go to school that day.
But then they found a leg just nearby, though, right?
And then a little bit further in, same kind of area, a little bit further in, they found a leg. And now they went over, I don't know how familiar you are with Babylon Village, but if you go to the end of that block and you make a right, we have our grade school and our elementary school.
Okay.
And they found body parts by the elementary school. They found, that arm was a man's arm.
Right.
By the elementary school, they have found a female head and other parts of a female.
Holy
as of this morning.
What, like vaginas? You don't want to say it?
Well, you know what? One of the rumors going around is that they found a penis.
Come on.
That's hilarious.
But
this person's
I don't know. And I actually
have
seen a picture of the arm because one of the local people who lives on the block took a picture of the arm.
Right.
The fingertips were cut off.
What the?
Dude, somebody is very fucking into their shit.
Where's
Nick? Where's Nick?
Oh, yeah, I know. We got to get Nick on this.
Damn it.
I think, personally, it's gang-related.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and they're saying the person, it wasn't like a big crime scene where like the person was cut up or hacked up or murdered there. It's just someone was driving around the other night, just disposing parts in the wooded areas of the village, right along the edges of that park.
I get it, because I flicked my cigarettes out of the truck.
Right, same thing.
So.
Yeah. So, I tried to run down when they found the leg and grab it for you.
Yes.
But they stopped me.
Damn it. Tell them who it was for?
I said it's for Mr. Tony Walker. Like, how could you say no? This could change his life.
He's got a name to live up to.
I know. And, but unfortunately there was no Mets tattoo on the leg, so...
All right,
Yeah, I didn't know if it would actually work for you.
He would probably want to have it tattooed before he had it put on. That's how much of a wimp Tony is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
But today, so yesterday, right, like up down the block, there was all the FBI and the cops and stuff. Today there's a lot of helicopters.
Well, they're finding more. Yeah, this is like Gilgo all over again.
Which is part of Babylon Village also over there, Oak Beach.
Right, yeah.
Is somebody offended that the quote-unquote wrong person got taken in? And so now they're going on a rampage?
Yeah, right. It wasn't actually Rex. It was Detective Burke.
Yes.
But
he's out of jail now.
There's only, they charged him with 4, but aren't there 9?
Oh,
yeah.
The Gilgo,
like
yes.
Mm-hmm. So, when
but
everybody's everybody was acting like, well, that's it. That's it.
Well, no, because he was originally charged with 3. They just charged him with the 4th a few weeks ago.
So they haven't.
Oh, yeah, there's still a lot more to go.
More than
they,
half.
From the beginning, said that they didn't know if it was the same person who did all of them.
Yes,
for like years,
true.
That's what they would say.
Oh, absolutely. And it's very unlikely.
And this will take years before we get the whole story of what exactly happened here.
Oh, yeah. With him, his part of it, anyway. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So crazy around here today, and it's just, you've been here, Tony. There's really next to no crime in the village, other than stupid little things. But we also never have any. We never have police come through here because of that, and police have told me that. Oh, we don't really patrol the village because there's no crime.
Wow.
So, everybody knows that, and I think we're just convenient. You're not far from Brentwood.
Right. Oh, Deer Park Avenue is a vein, really.
Yeah, well, there's Deer Park Avenue and 231, which everybody knows, which is like the 2 lanes in each direction, and then there's a little split off that's Old Deer Park Avenue. That's 1 lane, and that comes through the village. 231 runs like north to south.
Right.
So yeah, a little crazy. In the middle of all this, I'm telling my husband yesterday, I'm telling Jack yesterday the whole story, and then he says to me, oh, and by the way, I'm not coming home tonight. I'm staying in a hotel. They're putting me up. I'm like, oh, good thing you're concerned.
Where is he that he's got to be put up in a hotel?
They're filming in Staten Island.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's another country.
Yeah, true.
But it took them 2.5 hours yesterday to commute there, so most of the guys.
Yeah.
Wow. So production said, if you want rooms, we'll give you rooms, and that's what he took.
You spent the night by yourself?
All by myself. I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up.
Oh, Did you? Oh, see, I would have. If I knew it was you, I would have picked up. Damn it!
Stop blocking your number.
Yeah. And I've been watching the Alec Baldwin Armorer is on trial this week.
Oh,
I've been
really?
watching that.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
very interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I'm watching it live on Court TV. It's very interesting.
Wow. What do you think? Should he be held responsible?
Okay, so the armorer definitely should be held responsible.
Right.
It does
That's
break
the
my
job.
heart. She's a young girl. She should have never been offered the job and never taken the job. This is like maybe she's been an armorer a total of 10 days, and most of those were on the show.
Oh, wow.
The prop master was only worked like 2 shows.
Yikes.
So now you have 2 people out of 3 in that department that have no experience.
Wow.
So she was actually being brought up on involuntary manslaughter and tampering with evidence.
Jeez.
Because after the shooting, everybody touched the guns, everyone touched the ammo, they moved everything, And plus, she kind of tried to hide that she had a bag of coke on her.
Oh, wow.
She should have just done it.
Yeah, I know. She should just went to the bathroom and done it. As far as he goes, civilly, I do not think that he should be held responsible, but because it's his production and he's a producer on it,
Right.
there's going to be...
There's got to be a liability.
Yep.
Right, because they hired her.
Right.
Who approved this girl for a very heavy weapons show to be the armorer? And I can answer that. It's all because of who her daddy was.
Who's her daddy?
Her daddy
What's
is one of the
her
biggest
name?
armorers on the West Coast.
Who's her daddy?
So somebody owed daddy a favor and said, put my
Is
daughter
it
on this little show and let's get her some experience.
Did they get to why there was live ammunition?
No, they have not. There were 45 live rounds
Wow.
on the set. There were 2 misfires the day before.
Oh.
And they call them negligent fires. Misfire is when the gun just kind of goes off and because there's something wrong with it.
Right.
Negligent is when user makes the mistake. The defense, I don't know if this is a public defender, but I would have fired him the first day. He's trying to establish doubt to the jury and was trying to put the blame on the supplier of the ammo and other people
That's
on
his job.
set.
That's his
But
job.
they're supposed to shake every dummy. Because the
Dude,
dummies have...
preach, sister, preach.
I've been
because
saying that to Jim
I
for
want
a
to
long
shake
time.
every fucking dummy I run into myself, but
So, they're supposed to shake every dummy she is before she puts it in, or look at it and it has a round hole bored into it to know that they're dummies. And then when she showed the gun to the first AD took a plea. So he got 6 months probation, and he said he said he retired. He retired because no one will ever hire him again.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And when she showed him Baldwin's gun, she didn't spin it all the way, and she didn't take the round out to show him.
right.
Jeez.
So she was just completely negligent. I mean, they're showing people walking around with the guns on set, pointing them at other people, and she's holding the guns the wrong way. And
Wow.
so it's I take it I'm really into this because of, the family and of, my family being in it. Right before the DP got shot was the gaffer, the DP, and somebody else standing right there. So it could have been, and there was a child actor on the set.
Wow.
It just, it's a horrible situation, but she holds responsibility personally, in my opinion. Baldwin, I think that, like I said, business-wise, yes, he has some responsibility for hiring an unqualified person.
Sure.
Right, absolutely.
Buck stops here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that they're going to be able to get him civilly.
Right. Every time I hear DP, I think double penetration.
Of course you would.
It's just so that was funny to me on a different level.
Well, I haven't.
I'll make it.
Go ahead.
I'll make it funnier. What would you think if I told you the DP was talking to the best boy, which is another title?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'd like to get a grip.
Very good.
Oh, I've been my father, my brother, and I have been anytime since what movies was it, like Murder by Death or something? I know Three Amigos or Spaceballs has like in the credits that they screw with the credits. Naked Gun did it as well.
Yes.
If you watch the credits, there's a lot of jokes in there or whatever. So we've been on the best boy and grip. Listen, I was just telling Tony about I have a molding machine that the company is a German company named Boy. And I used to tell people that I have a hard time finding spare parts because when I Google Boy spare parts, I'm put on all sorts of lists and whatnot, and it interferes with my ability to use the web. But yeah, DVDA. Now, if there was a position called DVDA, I would definitely lose my mind. I wouldn't be able to.
Speaking of the Naked Gun,
I love the Naked. I heard
it's one of my favorite movies.
I
But
heard.
yes, but now I'm mad because they've decided to remake The Naked Gun. It's coming out next year with Liam Neeson playing Leslie Nielsen.
I understand like the serious actor bent on that, and Liam Neeson has shown himself in interviews and whatnot to have a pretty damn good sense of humor, but I don't know. It's not tonally correct, I feel like.
Why can't they just leave our good movies alone?
Exactly.
Stop remaking
Because
them.
it's about
every time they remake them, they suck.
Right.
Yeah, but it's about making money. It's about generating and even generating losses. I mean, the Batgirl movie is never going to be seen, and that's kind of upsetting.
There's plenty of ideas, original ideas out there that they can make movies of. They don't have to remake.
You know what, though?
Not really.
I do agree. I agree with Andy. It's become all about the money. Like back in the day, it was about the art.
Right.
Right.
Of
They're
making
looking
a film.
for something that they know it's like an investment. They want to make something that they know they can make money or get a loss, so it could be tax beneficial.
Right, but you could again. There's plenty of great original ideas out there that will make money if they're made right, if they're good. Like you don't have to take. It's like.
They don't care.
It's like a band taking Stairway. You don't redo Stairway. You don't redo The Naked Gun. Damn it!
Well, it's a business thing.
I don't want to hear it. Screw the business. They got plenty of money. Liam Neeson, does he need the money? No,
dude. The fact that billionaires exist.
Well, yeah,
is
right.
it's all you need to know.
Yes.
About like humans and like.
Well, don't hate on successful, hardworking people.
Right.
Yeah.
It turns out this is the second time that back in 2013 they were going to remake The Naked Gun with Ed Helms. And thank God somebody said, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah, because he's a comedian. Like Leslie Nielsen, the reason why Police Squad fucking rocked.
I love that show.
And then Naked Gun by proxy was because Leslie Nielsen was a very serious actor.
Right, and the other people in it, Robert Stack and
everybody.
Lloyd Bridges, right.
Everybody
right.
was like a legit serious actor,
Right.
and that was the violation of that image.
Right.
Which I don't think you have.
I was talking
like,
about Airplane, Robert Stack and Lloyd Bridges. That was Airplane.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
But
the same
idea,
applies.
same
The same
people,
thing
yeah.
applies.
Yes.
Like to make that type of movie. Like if you were to remake Airplane, there's no actors who have the gravitas because people like Clooney and Brad Pitt have already done their own
Comedies,
things
right.
with that.
Yes.
And they were great and totally great. Like Bradley Cooper, same thing.
Right.
Great. They've made great comedy.
Yeah, I don't even know
movies.
like Pacino.
I can't watch anything with Brad Pitt. I was away on location in Ireland with him when they were doing a movie. He is such white trash, and so is his whole family. He's disgusting.
Really?
Well, that's what I am. So,
Give us an example.
Well, first of all, when they were filming, it was part done in New York, part done in Ireland. When they were filming here in New York, they were filming down at the pier, like you know what Chelsea Pier is,
Yeah.
but it wasn't built up back then.
Right.
Okay.
They were asked to move his trailer off of the property because of all the drugs in his trailer. He's just not a nice person. He's just not. I don't even know how to explain it.
I get it.
just
He
white
sounds like
trash.
he's my kind of guy. So yes, I get that you would not like him.
Andy is not
Yeah.
a nice person.
No, I'm not. You should see what a dick I am.
I just and I don't
Yeah.
I don't care. Smoke all the pot you want, I mean, but he was doing more than pot. Harrison Ford was on that movie also. Harrison Ford was smoking all the pot.
But Harrison Ford is a dick.
See now, I don't know. See, they act different towards the public versus if you're on set, like you know people. But Harrison Ford, I think, was a nice guy when I met him. But he
okay.
also wasn't going through his divorce and all of that stuff. I'm sure that changed him. But Brad Pitt was just a snooty, entitled little pretty boy,
Wow.
Hot.
and acted like it.
Super hot.
Let's get back to you being alone in the house.
Do you have a glass of wine? Light some candles? Put on a little Al Green?
Nah, you wouldn't want to come over. I just had surgery on the other eye, so not can't drink.
You
can't,
underestimate what I'm into.
But you like the one-eyed chick?
Do you know how hard it is to find that porn?
Well, my perception is off, so you might might be
Right.
bigger.
I
To
just
me than,
need your
it
judgment
really
to
is.
take a nosedive, too.
Wow. All right, well, keep us updated if there's any more body parts floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know. It's
Hey,
gonna
I hope
be,
they're not yours.
Oh, and
No, I actually called my mother yesterday, and she said to me, "I've been calling you. You haven't been around." I said, "No, I've been throwing away body parts. Aren't you watching the news?"
well, if they found a head, maybe you can use the eye.
Maybe I'll get a leg for you, an eye for me.
Perfect.
You know, let me know if any listeners need any parts.
Well, and before I let you go,
Well, if that penis thing ends up being real.
yeah, exactly, yeah, we can.
I'll measure it, Andy. I'll send it to you. I'll
No,
let you know
trust
if
me,
bigger
it's
than
going to be
yours.
good no matter what.
No need to measure. We already know that
Just
it's
try to
needed.
flick the little rocks off from the road.
Hey, now quickly before we go though, do you have are there any updates with the other local news that was going on by you with the with our treehouse?
Oh.
Oh, he's always went through a nasty divorce.
Right. Yeah, he's long gone, right?
He lives only a couple of towns over. I still talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
They made the courts made him take it down, so now it's down.
Oh, so he did actually take it down.
That's so
Yes.
dick.
Wow. And the ex-wife still lives there with the kids or no?
Ex-wife is still there with the kids. The house, very unusual for here, has been up for sale for a long time. I don't think she really wants to move anytime soon.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So,
That's sad, man. That's very sad.
It's a sad situation, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he had to take it down. I disagreed with it. I thought it was. I loved it for the kids. He was a great father. You've met him a number of times.
Oh yeah, he was in here several times giving us updates. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel really bad for him that whole thing went down the way it did. Because also, I think that also led a lot to the problems in the marriage.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know he spent a ton of money just on legal fees and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but no, that's what happened. It just recently he had to take it down within like the last 4 months.
Oh wow.
Oh, you're right. That's why I asked. I remember hearing that's where it ended up, that he had to take it down. I just didn't know if he did. I didn't know if he was still trying to fight. Wow, what a shame.
No, well, when the house is up for sale, what are you going to use the treehouse for?
Yeah, true.
So you might as well just, cut your losses, bring it down. The house couldn't sell with it up, so.
Hey, here's a great feature. There's an ongoing lawsuit with the treehouse.
Right.
This is something you and your family would love to take on.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
Damn.
All right, guys, have a great Friday. And, Tony, I'll let you know the next time my husband's out overnight.
Please do.
Nice.
I'll be waiting.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye, Andy.
Take care. Bye-bye. Gina.
That was cool. Very nice. I haven't talked to Gina in a while. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that was awesome.
So Laura's saying that Teddy read for Nordberg, I guess, on this new Naked Gun movie.
Man. That would have been, I mean, I would have loved that because then it's somebody you know, right?
Just for Teddy's sake,
Yeah, and I like Teddy, so.
All right, let's see. Laura, she's
I like how I just said that like I'm the only one. And I like my mother. I get that from my mother. Listen, I like Derek Jeter. Like, right, everybody does. But anyway.
all right, so Laura sent me a link. Grindr, 22 profile types you'll meet on Grindr. Why? And then she sent me a Grindr glossary. Oh, this is because of Twink and all that stupid shit?
Yes, she told you she was going to send you.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny because Billy and I were just talking about how like the in-depth knowledge of like all of these porn terms and everything that we have, and it's completely worthless.
I would say most of the things you guys talk about is completely worthless.
Yeah, true, but like it's like a lot. Like a lot. Like even we were talking about tribbing. And
tribbing's fun.
Absolutely. I'm for tribbing. I'm pro tribbing. Especially since it takes away from the violence of saying something like scissoring.
True.
And scissoring implies like two of them hitting at the same time.
Right.
Whereas like tribbing can be like on a leg or an arm or
a head.
Here's my person, a head. You can trib this arm. You can trib the back of the leg.
You just hit your phone.
I did. Sorry, I just hit my phone with my finger.
What'd you do? Text somebody by accident?
No, that's what I'm heading into the chat because I accidentally hit the chat box.
Oh. There it is. Well, and speaking of news, Gina had the treehouse guy. Now she's got the body parts. But now also making news, Fox News has spoken to Jim Florentine about getting canceled from the Seattle, the Capitol Hill Comedy Club in Washington State, which which I'm always happy to see comedians, getting some kind of national attention. But Jim Florentine spoke to us first,
right?
And you can see that on our YouTube channel.
Maybe contact Fox News and say, "Hey, you guys want
to clip?
Use some of the."
Or maybe they'll talk to us. So you guys spoke to Jim Florentine. What did he have to say? Well, he seemed very distraught when he was here, Jim.
See, again, look, this is something that, like, it's reminiscent, though there are some key things that are different, of when Theater 3 canceled Keegan. The thing is like, okay, the thing is, you've already booked these people. All right, if you were interested in knowing whether or not the values of your community are the values of your community, you carry through. And if they sell out, guess what? Your community ain't the people who are talking in your ear.
Right.
Like you have a very myopic view of what your community is. And listen, I'm not pro or anti or any of that shit, but I do believe in the free market of ideas.
But the weird thing with Keegan, when he got canceled by Theater 3...
was he wasn't booked.
He wasn't booked, and he hadn't been there in like 2 or 3 years.
Right, exactly. Like
it was like totally out of the blue.
That's why I said that's a key thing that is different, but I think like from the statement that they released, to me it doesn't make any sense. And it's funny because Laura's the one who sent me the message that said the owner of the club put herself as the headliner for 2 of the shows.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
The owner of the club put herself as the headliner.
As for 2 of the shows, because they were too soon to, like, book somebody else kind of thing. Or probably not. They could probably find somebody.
Well, I know Florentine wasn't until September, but yeah, some of these other guys were March and April.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
But yes, you probably, like, if it was here... You'd have a line of comedians asking for the spot.
I get Florentine, like, you can be like, hey, Florentine, and just like, hey, these people come in, and after they perform, say to them, hey, listen, we are not going to be asking you out. We're not going to make a public statement or anything. Just know that, like, we respect what you do. Go out, do what you're going to do, and you're funny and whatnot. But, hey, we only sell 20 tickets.
Right.
So it's obvious that our community, but if you put them up and they sell out, the fuck, man,
you're absolutely right.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like that just means you and like whoever's in your ear from the fucking, like, your booker is probably some sycophant who's like, oh, like, I really shouldn't have booked these guys because, like, we are Seattle and Okay, well, let's see what happens.
I mentioned it the other day on here. One of the parts that made me mad was they said they talked to other comedians too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck do these comedians
think
they are?
Well, it's like if Jeff Bosey came in
and
was like, you guys shouldn't have Jeff Florentine on here, that would be more of a reason to have Jeff Florentine come. Jim, sorry. I'm Jeff Bosey. I fucked myself up there. I did smoke a lot of weed last night. I'm not even going to lie. Oh. And so I am still sort of feeling like if I seem a bit mellow or whatever, that's absolutely what's happening. I'm still...
So, and you're taking the Northern State home for driving behind the wheel for an hour?
Yes.
All right. Stay off this Northern State in about...
Well, no, I'm totally like... but it's funny because you get relaxed the next day. It's out and everything, but you're just like, hey... but with all your mental faculties
so you become the
that
Fonz.
You don't have, right? It's actually the overall benefit of smoking weed. Is it nice to be high? Absolutely, but it calms you down for like everything else. But yeah, if Jeff Bosey were to say Jim Florentine should not be in here, I would go. Somebody call Florentine and tell him we've added 2 nights.
Right.
Like I don't like other comedian. Like, dude. Just it's business. If you don't want to be in the business, then don't pretend that you're in the business. Like, just be like, hey, listen, and nobody has to know. You just do you.
Right.
Like, there's no need for these public kind of fucking things.
You should talk to my friend Jody Carroll, who knows the Pac West comedy scene, says Laura.
Right. That's like I said, it was from Laura that I got that information. But yeah, why are you talking to other comedians and people in the community? Like, so people are like, oh, I can't believe you have Jim Florentine. Yeah. Well, does he sell out when he comes there?
Right.
If he does, then you should tell them to all go fuck themselves.
Absolutely right.
Like, hey, listen, I don't like it any better than you, but I need to keep the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a guaranteed sellout. So,
right.
Sorry, you don't buy the ticket. Don't go.
Right.
This is not hard. This isn't hard. None of this is hard. Like, but listen, I also understand, hey, if you want to run your business do it. But you already booked them. So you're obviously not living by that code and whatnot. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to impose it. You should finish out all of your commitments and only book the people that you feel line up with your shit.
And again, Florentine wasn't until September. So at least it's a long way off. He'll have, I mean, he already did rebook the dates.
Right.
You know, so at least if you're going to back off your commitment, at least you're doing it months in advance. But yeah, these other guys, they'll probably recoup those dates, but there's a chance they might not, which is bullshit.
Right.
It is the crazy woke culture out there you can't even imagine, says Laura.
See, it's I wouldn't even say that it's just take woke out of that. Our culture is this because it woke implies some sort of leftist kind of thing. And that's horseshit because the right has the same exact shit that they pull. That they're not going to book a woke comic, right?
Yeah, but I think you can still say woke because it's defining the culture. It's become that it's a woke mentality. It's not even implicating lefties anymore.
I 100% disagree because it was the word was first started, which is funny because it's even being used incorrectly in this case. But
that's what I'm saying. The word is changing. The definition is changing, is what I'm saying.
But it's not about what. But woke is supposed to represent. Originally, like black people staying aware of the things that are going around so they can protect themselves. But it got bastardized by the right into meaning left things. That hasn't left yet.
I understand.
But this I would call it snowflake culture. Here's a word that originated on the right about the left, but has changed because the right are a bunch of fucking snowflakes, just like the left are a bunch of fucking snowflakes. Everybody's a snowflake. It's our culture now. This is our culture where everybody thinks, I have something to say. Everybody needs... Look at TikTok. Look at fucking YouTube. Like, all of these things. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Everybody is doing it. I'm going to go ahead... I've watched a lot of reaction videos, and now I cannot watch any more reaction videos. Nobody cares about what you have to say, because all they're doing is restating what's happening, and then saying why they think that it's the wrong thing. I don't care. Like, you're not actually creating anything. Right. This is like sharing a fucking meme. Like, your reaction to something. How fucking high and mighty you think of yourself. It's a bunch of fucking snowflakes. And, dude, I am 100% a part of it just as much as anybody else. Hey, come see my comedy. I'm funny. See what I do. Right? And my take on this... Like, here we are in a podcast talking about things, giving our opinions, but it doesn't really fucking matter.
Well, is there really a we involved here? Okay.
Yes, the we tenant.
Do you think it's temporary?
No, this is our culture now. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why take woke out of there. Take woke, because I know just as many right-wing comics who do right-wing material who are booking specifically right-wing shows and going to venues who are looking to have right-wing. So it's not about wokeness, because they're not going to book a fucking somebody who even smells like they're on the left, which is a good smell. But you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's living out their principles at this point. But it's when assholes, it's a narcissism, it's a bullshit to be like, hey, virtue signaling. It's virtue signaling. That's the problem here. If they just decided to do that and not make an announcement about it, and like let those bookings go.
They didn't. They didn't make an announcement about it. They sent that message to the comedians, and then the comedians put it out.
Right, exactly. Don't give people the opportunity to do that. Like, hey, finish your bookings.
Right.
And now start doing it. Nobody needs to know. You don't need to email the fucking comedians and tell them. Your booker just won't email them. And then when their agent or they fucking the club and be like, hey, listen, there's we don't have anything for you. Now you don't have anything necessarily written down. And it's just like, hey, no, we don't want to book you because you didn't, like, we're looking for sellouts. You don't sell out. Or, hey, this is, we're doing something different here.
Right.
And they're going to be like, fine, I'll just find somewhere else to fucking go. There's no problem with that. It's when people want to fucking talk about it, which I don't think it's wrong for the comedians to have posted that. Because that is public.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Like, you've sent it to the comedian. The comedian can make it public because just don't fucking book them.
Right.
I don't understand how this isn't, like, completely fucking odd. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I always feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This isn't hard. And I'm not somebody who is like, hey, I'm not what you would consider right wing. But I don't give a shit if they're out there trying to fucking make money. And if they're funny, and if I have a club and I can get a Jim Florentine to fucking come in and he's going to sell out.
Absolutely.
Guess what? It's Jim Florentine night. You don't like it, and you're not going to come to when, I don't know, Jim Jeffries fucking comes. You're not going to come then because I booked Jim Florentine. Go fuck yourself. Like then you're not a comedy fan.
Right.
You're a politics fan.
Right.
That's a totally different thing. This is a comedy club. It's not a politics club. Get the fuck out of here.
To me, this is the way it's always been. Not everybody loves every comedian.
Right.
And
you shouldn't. Oh my God, if you liked every comedian, you're a fucking psychopath. You sick fuck. I don't want you if you laugh at everybody's jokes, please don't laugh at mine. Because you're not actually you're not hearing what I'm doing. You're just like,
no, we're hearing it. We're just not laughing.
That's fine, dude. I would much rather listen. It's not like I don't. I
You
don't
threw that softball.
No. And it's not like when I perform, there's not like complete silence because there is. All right.
If you're looking to relax and read a book tomorrow night,
check my social media. So. Don't laugh at my jokes is what I'm saying. The terrorists win. Something. I don't know. I can't remember. We got down this rabbit hole and now I'm angry.
It's Laura's fault. She wrote woke culture.
Yeah. Well, I understand why you would write that. I do understand the use of the word.
See, now he's backing off once I pointed out it's Laura's fault.
You're goddamn right. That woman is a fucking gem.
Even the way you said that woman it's like you were singing almost. That woman is a fucking gem.
I'm really good at this on the fly shit. I don't know if you knew that. But yeah, I don't know. I fucking hate I hate everybody. Whenever I'm driving and somebody pulls some shit, girls will be in the back, and I'm like, I fucking hate everyone. And I even when they were like little, I'd be except for you guys.
Right.
And now they're old enough where they're like, oh, we know. We know. That was pretty messed up what that guy did. It was fucked.
Oh, yeah, my daughter does that too. She's like, that guy shouldn't have done that, right? Yeah. Like, no, he shouldn't have done that. All right, so it's just about time to go. I just want to touch upon one thing that we haven't touched upon yet. And are you a Richard Lewis fan?
Richard Lewis is one of the first comedians that I like. He was great, and I noticed it. And my generation of watching comedy is Richard Belzer, Richard Lewis, Louis Anderson, Kevin Pollak. Like, there's that group from like that mid to late 80s that and so it's sad. And he's always been one of those people that I wish I could have met. He was hilarious. I mean, it's so funny because like he's kind of responsible for making comedy so much harder for all of us now, because he was so good.
Yes.
And was able to beat all of these low levels before anybody else was having to do that. And so he just was at the forefront of doing a lot of that neurotic stuff. I mean, him and Robin Hood Men in Tights is fucking hilarious. He's a smoothie. My best friend and I used to, if somebody said some like smooth ass shit, we would always quote Richard Lewis from that. He's a smoothie. He's a smoothie.
Yeah.
And so it's a sad loss. I mean, he obviously has been doing I don't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, but he's been doing that. People love it, and people have loved it. But he wasn't really doing stand up anymore.
Well, he was sick for several years.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like I just hope his family is you know, I mean, obviously they're going to be upset, but hopefully that they know how important he was to so many other people aside from that, just them.
Yeah, all right, very nice. All right. Carol Miner says one thing. I don't know if there's more coming or if she quoting something. I don't know what that is.
I feel like that's like a Richard Lewis
quote.
Or
maybe. Touch upon one thing. Maybe that's maybe that's she's making fun of us. All right, we're out of here. Today is Friday. Oh, Don Sill tonight. Donversations. Brian Scalero will be on that show.
Oh.
And
I'm
that
sure
show,
the people who watch it will enjoy it.
And I'm sure that after the show airs, you'll still be able to see it. Unlike this one when he was in here. Yeah, he was all over you. You got to take that down. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian Scalero tonight on Donversations. Check that out. Carolina, yes, making fun of you. Yes. We're familiar
with it.
Yes,
that's another airplane line.
That's right. Yeah. So Donversations tonight. I think Don and I are going to try and get in here tomorrow, but I think we're going to again record interviews. I don't think we're going live. I think that's the plan now. It could change. Who knows? We'll see. Mickey, I love how you said "go fuck yourself" real slow, Andrew. I
Thanks,
think
Mickey.
Mickey's playing that part over and over. All right, head on over to govs.com. You want to see Bob Nelson tonight? You want to see Eric Half tonight or tomorrow night? Brian McKenna tomorrow night. Jason Scoop tomorrow night. Ron Hirschberg at the brokerage all weekend long. Carol, need an update on Hirsch and Keeg's banner. Well, really no update to give. So when Jeff pulled the banner out, Andy gave it away that it was a prank. And then I sent the picture over to Hirschman because he wasn't watching the show. I sent the picture over. He didn't tell me until this past Tuesday when he was on. He had no idea. He didn't get what we were trying to show him.
Like I said, I wish Bozy had talked about it beforehand and we could have prepped it to look a lot more realistic. Because you look at it right away, it's too perfectly
right. And that's basically what Hirschman was saying. It's like it was just a picture of my banner.
That was what, and that's why I was like, well, this is ruined because this is a pristine fucking square. You like I have gum in the car. We could have fucking
the banner outside,
this.
The actual banner. It's got to be, well, that was a year ago now since the banner disappeared. So when Hirschman got the new banner and put it up, it lasted maybe a month before someone put a piece of gum right here on his forehead, and it's still there.
But I also I think I have a knife in the car. But we could have frayed up the edges.
I know. Well, Jeff tried to cover that up because as soon as he pulled it out, that was my thought too. Like, oh, it's perfectly. And he's like, I had the X-Acto knife.
This is why you have to tell us. It's like when Pfeiffer pulled the shit that he pulled. It's like, dude, no, I knew. I don't know where you're going with this.
I played dumb during the show, but I knew.
No, I get it, but
I didn't actually see it beforehand.
I feel like me personally, my credibility as a human being is called into question by you presenting this too perfect of a fucking square.
Well, we were thrown off because we were supposed to have other guests, and we planned our day around that, and it didn't happen.
Right. I'm not saying anything.
So, so that's your update, Carol. It went nowhere. Hirschman didn't understand. He didn't get the joke, so I had to explain to him what the attempt was. And, he was like, oh, okay, great. Good try.
Because I even would have, we could have photoshopped, what it looks like behind, like the chain link fence onto a picture, and you could have been,
right.
Thrown that up. That's my problem with that.
Yes.
And that's why I was like, no. This is so obviously fucking fake.
You failed, Bosie.
I don't want anybody to associate any sort of
bad jokes.
fucking yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So.
Go to govs.com. Check out the full schedule. Joey Cola's playing the brokerage soon. What's his name is playing in the summer? Who's the
Well, I know the other day I saw the Bob
Adam
Levy.
Carolla.
Yes, Adam Carolla, and then I was just looking through Shuley, I think in April or May or something, and that's when Bob Levy's going to be coming by. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple other people with them as well. There's 4 of them.
That is correct.
Total.
So go to govs.com, and of course go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. This coming Wednesday, you can see Knockem Dead Comedy at that meatball place in Patchogue this Wednesday, March 6th. So go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. We are also, March 6th, if you don't want to come to a murder mystery,
go fuck yourself.
Right. Or go to Central Islip Library, Knockem Dead Comedy. It's game show night. It's rock and roll trivia. That's what they asked for. I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? But we are double booked. We're doing a murder mystery. Nice. So you will not see me at both, obviously. I'll be at the murder mystery. Richie Byrne hosting our rock and roll trivia night. Nice. So that's like a double win. You get to see Richie Byrne and enjoy some trivia. So lots going on. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to see our full schedule, and it's always being updated. And there's info there if you'd like to hire us for your corporate event, your private event, your charitable event, or whatever event you got going on. All right. Enjoy your weekend, Don, tonight, and then maybe we'll see you live tomorrow night. If not, we'll be playing whatever we recorded at some point. That's everything, right? Yep, that's it. All right. Thank you, pal.
Thank you.
Oh, and go see him tomorrow night.
Yeah. Check my socials.
And happy birthday, Charlotte. See ya.
Yeah.
For your event today, what will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah!